Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In the last video, we created the beams and joists. In this video, I'm going to create the rebars for one of the beams as an example. So I want to work on this beam. I'll go to level 1 and that beam is going to be on this span. So I'm going to just create a section so I can get one call out and I can see the section of that beam which is here. So let's take a call out here. In the callout, just make sure to check the level of details to fine. So when we create search elements, it's going to show the thickness. So how about I just put these two views side by side using WT as the shortcut. So this beam is actually this beam here. First I want to go to the structure tab and I want to select cover. So I don't have to worry about the location of the rebars. They're all gonna be inside the cover. How about we go with 40? This is a number you need to check the codes for and it depends on fire rating. I'll go with 40, so that's good. Then I want to go to this view, to the section view, and click on rebar. You remember if you're on the section view or on 3D view and then you click rebar, it's gonna show you actually different options. So for the beam, I prefer to be on the section view. I want to go to rebar. You can see that my rebar shapes are showing because I have already checked this item here. These three dots take you to the rebar shapes browser, which is here. And if you have not loaded any rebar shapes, you can go to load shapes, go to search our rebars. This one is search our rebar shapes, select all of them by hitting Ctrl A and import them. Okay, for this beam, I want to have two sets of rebars. One of them is gonna be this one, and I want to make sure that this is actually parallel to work plane. Now if I hover the mouse around here, it's gonna put the rebar. How about we go with like 16, and this is something you need to ask your structural engineer. You can hit a space to change the direction. So I want to locate it here and I want to click on that and I want to change the number maybe to maximum spacing. Maybe it's gonna be like every 200 millimeters or something. And if you want to see the thickness in the 3D view, you need to actually select them, go to the properties, go to graphics, view visibility states, edit, and it's gonna be view as a solid. So that's good over there. Next we are going to create some rebars on the other direction. So I'll go to the section view again. I'm gonna hit rebar and I want to go with some of these rather straightforward shapes, and this time we need to change this to perpendicular to cover, so it's gonna put it there. Maybe this one is gonna have like 19 millimeters, so you can place the rebars on the four corners, and let's see how it works here. First, about these ones, you see that for the first one, if you don't want to have any conflict, you can move it a little bit inside. Also on the other side, you can use the arrows to move them. And now we have the four rebars here. Let me select them like this. Go to filter and only select the rebars. If you want to see the thickness, now that the four rebars are selected, we can go to properties, view as solid. Okay, and I'm interested in this part at the end. You notice that it already actually moved the rebars or extended them out into the column, so that's good. Now the only thing I need to do here is to bend these rebars so they're gonna be involved better here. So I'm gonna go to the rebar tab here, and I think this is the end part. For the hook at the end, I want to change this to standard 90 degrees, And now you see they are rotated, right, but not in the correct direction. So for instance, I want to select this one. This one is correct, but this one is not. I want to select this one, go to the actually this one, hook at start, and I want to rotate it by, let's try 90 degrees. So it moved up. That means it has to be 270 degrees, so it's gonna move down like this. Same with this other one. I want to try 270, and right now it's working correctly. On the other side, if the beams are continuous, you can just grab the rebars and move them all the way to the other side. If you want to have better graphics, you can type VG to go to visibility graphics, hit S, so it's going to take you to search your rebars. And here under projection and surface, this item, I want to override the graphics. I want to go with some solid fill, and I want to change it to a darker shade. That's good. So that's what I want to go with. Okay, okay, and okay. So now you see, we actually see it in color, and you can type TL to switch to thick lines maybe. And if you want to kind of name the rebars and everything, you need to, if you are in the 3D view, you first need to lock the view. So I can go here, maybe lock the rotation, and I want to name this as my rebar for beam, and this is my 3D. Okay. Now that it's locked, it allows me to go to annotate, and these items work here. I can go to tag by category, and I can click on this rebar. So, I'm gonna keep tagging, and I want to get this one. It's actually 19 millimeters, and I want to move it over there. If you think there might be some conflicts here, you can grab this item and move it a bit inside, so it's not gonna have any conflict with these other rebars here. And you see it says like 22M, well that's the rebar that we use, and then it says 13. That's the number that Revit is considering for each of these rebars. For instance, if I click here, you see the rebar number is 13, and just in the order of which one we created first. If I want to have this as one of my detailed drawings, I need to reset the temporary hide isolate, because each time you open Revit, this is going to be reset automatically, right? So if I reset that, you see there are so many things going on. I want to just limit my view here. So let me hit the box for show crop region and crop the region. And actually, I just want to minimize the view to that area. So let's grab this. Let me change this to hidden line, and I will change it back. And you need to hide the elements permanently if you want to consider this as one of your details. So let me limit this to this area. I want to actually crop the region from here, and now I need to select these other elements, and you shouldn't use this glasses icon, but you need to right click and hide in view like category from here actually, so next time we open Revit they're not gonna show in here. Finally, I need to change this back to wireframe, and you need to hide all the other elements, or